how you doing, everyone? Welcome to the channel. All right, today's flight is going to be today's video is going to serve as the first video in a series on BeyondATC. This series is going to document the evolution of BeyondATC from its early access stage that we're in now to its completed product. And we're going to see, just give you a look at what we're getting with BeyondATC as we use it through this early access stage, and let you have a look at the experience we're getting out of it. So we're going to continue right along. Let me just give you a quick briefing on what our flight today and what ATC is going to be dealing with. All right, so we created our flight here on SimBrief. We won't spend too much time here. You can see we're going from Tampa International to Toronto International, and this is our flight plan right here. You can pause the video and take a good look at that if you want to see that. So yeah, we created our flight plan on SimBrief. I then imported it into our Navigraph charts here, so we have all our charts. You can see our flight plan on the left there, exactly where we're going. Now we're scheduled for a 19 right departure. We'll see what ATC gives us, but that's what we're scheduled for. And this is our departure here. 19 right is up here. We be departing to the south here, and then turning around to connect with Finke, and then leave on our departure. So that's our departure chart there. This will be our arrival. We're scheduled to arrive on that's our approach. That's 3-3. We're on 15. It's a good thing Navigraph charts gives us all our charts, so we can see all our if we get switched up, we have it the other runway. So if they change us to runway 33, then we have our chart. But you can see here's our arrival. You can see we've got some restrictions we have to comply with, so we'll have to meet those on our arrival, and we'll see how that goes with BeyondATC also. So that's our flight in a nutshell. Just wanted to give you a quick briefing so you have a kind of an idea what we're going to be dealing with ATC. And then of course we'll bring it over to this page. We have BeyondATC all ready to go. We got the auto respond turned off. We got an auto tune turned on for our radio. We're FedEx 559er today, and yeah, so we're all ready to go. Okay, well, I got you guys on board. We got our BeyondATC up here. Let's go ahead and get our ATIS and find out what's going on here. We'll get our ATIS and we'll get our clearance. Excuse me. All right.
Runway 10, repack all short instruction. As loud on initial contact to air information, Quebec. Tampa Airport information, Quebec. 1355 real. Wind 105 at 9, gust 17, availability 10. Clouds at 10,000. Feeling 25,000 broken. Temperature 26. Dew point 19. Altimeter 3013. Landing and departing runway 10. Repack all hold short instruction. As live on initial contact to air information, Quebec. Tampa.
Okay, Well, we got ATIS. It doesn't really tell me a whole lot because I'm getting two different ATISes. Not sure why that is. If anybody knows better than me on why we're getting two ATISes on BeyondATC, I would greatly appreciate to know that. All right, let's go ahead and get our clearance. Tampa clearance, FedEx 550, company ramps, spot 7, or request IFR clearance to Toronto.
Aircraft calling for clearance, say call sign.
FedEx 559.
FedEx 559 Tampa clearance cleared to Toronto Pearson Airport, Baypo 2 departure with the Camjo transition, then is filed. Maintain 4000. Departure frequency 135.5, squawk 0330.
Cleared to Toronto Pearson Airport, Baypo 2 departure with the Camjo transition, then is filed. Maintain 4000, departure frequency 135.5, squawk 0330, FedEx 559.
FedEx 559, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for push or start.
121.7 when ready for push and start, FedEx 559. Okay, well, we just got our clearance. So okay, we can start to see our first issues with BeyondATC right off the get-go. First off, we got two ATISes, giving us two different runway departures and arrivals and two different sets of information. Hard to see, hard to know what to expect there. So that's an issue, bit of an issue there. Secondly, with our clearance here, as you can see, they also did not give us a runway to expect on our clearance. So at this point, I've gotten ATIS, I've gotten clearance, and I still have no clue as to which runway I'm going to get, which is going to leave me setting up my FMC after I've requested taxi instructions. So yep, that's why we're doing these videos. Just want to give you a look so you could see exactly what's going on these flights and what's going on with BeyondATC and its progression. So all my stuff's shut down here. Not sure why, but let me get that all sorted back out here. All right, so there we have it. That's our flight plan. That's our ATIS and our clearance from BeyondATC. So on this video, we're just gonna focus mainly on the interactions with BeyondATC. It's not about flying the aircraft. It's not about setting up the aircraft or the flights or anything like that. This is about BeyondATC and our interactions with BeyondATC, and first video in the series and our first contact with BeyondATC, and we can already see what we got going on there. So I'll be back in a quick sec when we're ready to call for our push and start. See you shortly. Okay, we have our aircraft set up best we can for the time being until we get the rest of our information. So let's go ahead and request our push and start. Tampa ground, FedEx 559, ready for push and start.
FedEx 559, Tampa ground, pushback and engine start approved, face south.
Push back and engine start approved. Face south, FedEx 559. Bring up, use GSX to push us back.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That's good. Go ahead. Yeah, so you can see the issues right away. I still have to finish setting up my FMC and my MCP. Don't have my takeoff speed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Get my parking brake set there.
Locking gear.
So yeah, you need that information at the get-go, and we should be getting a runway to expect and stuff like that at our clearance. And we want our nose to the right.
Release parking
Face
brake.
south. Releasing brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, we can go ahead and start our engines. I'm gonna have to stop GSX or they're gonna push me into the blast gate back there. I don't have a profile set up here yet for GSX. Cut off, wait for the engine to stabilize. It's good, starting left engine. We'll get ready to stop GSX here.
Parking brakes.
Parking brake is set.
Unlocking gear.
Keep getting that dong. I don't know what's going on with GSX. Alright, stable start. Just getting everything turned on here. I'm not going through everything. I'm just doing it quickly.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Should be using my checklist.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
There's my pin. See you later. Alright, now you can see how getting that information really screws up your you know, your taxi flows and all your flows. But anyways, let's go ahead and get our find out what runway we're getting so we can go ahead and finish setting up our aircraft here and get taxiing. Tampa ground, FedEx 559 ready for taxi.
FedEx 559, runway 10 taxi via Kilo November. Hold short runway 1 right.
Runway 10 via Kilo November. Hold short runway 1 right. Okay, so they gave us runway 10, totally different. So let's go bring up our chart here. See what we got going on. So, you know, right away, you know, they're gonna get me to take off on runway 10, the shortest runway that they have. Yeah, so you know, I don't know what to expect, but this is runway 10 right here. We're gonna take off runway 10. We're gonna follow their instructions. So runway 10 via the Baypo 2, I guess. I have no clue. Alright, let's go take a look. Departure. Runway 10 via the Baypo 2 to Camjo. Execute. Okay, looks good. Looks good. We'll save our arrivals for after. So now I can go and do my V speeds, confirm my V1, VR. V2 is 150, which is good. And we got 150 there. Runway 10. I don't even know what the runway heading is for runway 10. Runway 10 is heading 097. So let's go ahead and plug that in. .097. Okay, I'll bring you guys along with me around the taxi here so you can see any further interactions we have with ATC. So we were told to taxi Kilo November, hold short 1 right. So give you a look at what that looks like. Let's get our pen. We're told to taxi Kilo, so down here is Kilo November, hold short 1 right, right here. And then they'll continue us on November to 10. So taxiing is seems simple enough. All right, let's get going. Parking brakes off. Brake check, good. Try to keep this video from getting too long here. So that gives you a look. You can see the first issues we're having with BeyondATC right off the get-go. But I have full confidence they're going to get all these little things worked out. On to November here. And we'll see when we get to one right, which is just up ahead of us here. They're gonna contact us before we get there, or do we gotta contact them? Here's one right, instructed to hold short here.
FedEx 559, cross runway 1 right at Delta, continue taxi via November 4.
Cross runway 1 right at Delta, continue via November 4, FedEx 559. So that's good. They contacted me as I came up to the hold short. Have a look at the outside here. Whoops. From the look of the windsock there, I could have taken off on our prescribed sim brief runway. But yeah, maybe they got construction or something going on the main runways. I don't know. They give me this one, so yeah, it is what it is. Let's see how well we get.
FedEx 559, contact Tampa Tower 119.5. See you.
Tampa Tower on 119.5 for FedEx 559. See ya. Okay, before we contact Tampa Tower, let's finish getting the aircraft set up here. Go, our reject takeoff, we're good there. Our flaps are set, speed brakes down. Up top, landing lights on, engines on continuous. Strobes are on, landing lights on. Alright, let me just brighten up my display here. I noticed when we were taxiing over, they're a little on the dark side. Same with these ones. Alright, just a little cleanup work going on here. Just getting everything where it needs to be. Alright. Tampa Tower, FedEx 559, ready for departure, runway 10.
FedEx 559, backtrack runway 10, call when ready for departure.
Okay, see, like right off the bat, yeah, we're not doing too good so far on this trip with BeyondATC because I have no clue what.
FedEx 559, backtrack runway 10, call when ready for departure.
Backtrack runway 10, call when ready for departure, FedEx 559. Because I don't know what this backtrack 10 is when I'm holding short on 10 ready for departure. It's like a little bit of nonsense going on there, but yeah, just want to give you a first-hand look at exactly what we're dealing with when it comes to the early access of BeyondATC. They told us there would be bugs, and there is indeed bugs. And you're seeing them firsthand right here. Tampa Tower, FedEx 559, ready for departure.
FedEx 559, Tampa Tower, wind 105 at 9er, gust 17, fly heading tree 60, runway 10, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 360, runway 10, cleared for takeoff, FedEx 559. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Wasn't a deal breaker. We're still able to continue with our flight, so BeyondATC hasn't totally crapped out on us. Acting a little weird, but that's a short runway. Rolling start.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Our wings wanted to drop out on us there.
FedEx 559, contact Tampa departure.
Contact Tampa departure, FedEx 559. Tampa departure, FedEx 559 through 1800.
FedEx 559, Tampa departure, good day, radar contact, cleared direct Finke, resume the Baypo 2, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Resume the Baypo 2, climb maintain 180, FedEx 559.
Negative, cleared direct Finke.
Clear direct Finke, FedEx 559. Alright, so we're cleared direct Finke. Let's go over there. And we are turning direct Finke. I also, right here, take a look at the terrain. I'll tell you a little bit about something about this terrain, and I'm not sure why everybody is not using it, because if you look at my terrain, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm using a thing called MSFS 2020 map enhancement, and it's bringing me the new Bing maps, the latest version of the Bing satellite maps, and just absolutely stunning difference in the terrain. Like you can see it down there, it just looks beautiful. But let me concentrate on my flight, get my flaps up. I'm falling way behind here. Climbing 118,000. Like look at the terrain. Just stunning difference from the original Flight Sim big maps. But yeah, I'll do a whole video on that alone. But just letting you see our climb out here and transition. Doing everything in a hurry here, don't have the aircraft set up very well. But yeah, just wanted to give you a look at how our interactions are going with BeyondATC here. So to recap, we could have gotten our runway to expect with our clearance. And the second anomaly was them telling us to backtrack runway 10 when we're already holding short, ready for takeoff on 10. Oh, there's 10,000. Let's finish cleaning up the aircraft here. There we go. Our flaps up. Speed brakes are down.
All aircraft be advised, information Romeo now current altimeter 3012.
And that's good. I just wanted you to see, I'm just sticking with this for a second and letting you see how, you know, how BeyondATC handles the departure here and hands us off. The takeoff, the handoff to departure, the departure instructions were good, so no issues there. Sorry, I'm being distracted from my my scenery outside the window. This map enhancement, the new 7.6.0 map enhancement tool. Just awesome. See, look at that. Just the detail. Yeah, we're using the high LOD maps. Just gorgeous. You can even see the detail of the, you know, the subdivisions when we're coming up to altitude. It's just beautiful. This is the same tool that lets you use Google Maps if you want to use your Google Maps in Flight Sim instead of Bing Maps. But I didn't know it could also enhance up to the latest version of the Bing Maps. I didn't want to go over to the
FedEx
Google.
559, contact Jacksonville Center 133.325.
Jacksonville Center on 133.325, FedEx 559, good day. Jacksonville Center, FedEx 559 through flight level 156 for 180.
FedEx 559, Jacksonville Center, good day. Climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb, maintain flight level 370, FedEx 559er. So they just cleared us to our cruising altitude. All right, and there we go, hand it off. We continue our climb out to cruise, and we continue our cruise. At this point it should be simple simple handoffs, so I'm not going to drag you guys along make you sit through the whole through a whole cruise flight, not that you would anyways, but yeah, and we'll bring you back. If I run into any anomalies with BeyondATC or ATC instructions during the handoffs, I'll join back up with you, and I'll show you what happened. If not, I'll see you in a minute when we're approaching our TOD, top of descent. So see you in a sec. Alright, brought you guys back a little bit early. As you can see, our top of descent is it's just under 60 miles away. That's our relative top of descent. I haven't put in our arrival information yet, so I'm just waiting to see if I get contacted from ATC. But I brought you back a little bit earlier because I just wanted you to see the interactions we have with ATC when it comes to the beginning of our top of descent here. Let's see if they tell us what runway to expect, if they tell us to descend, or let's see what kind of instructions they give us here. We'll give them to about 30 miles out. I don't want to wait too long because I need to input this into my FMC, and I don't want to be diving down trying to meet those altitude restrictions we have to follow. Bring this back up so you can see it one more time before we go in there. Oops, there's our link 3. See, we have we got to be at 11,000 feet at Youth and 8,000 at Verco. So let's give you a quick look at that.
FedEx 559, contact Cleveland Center 126.725.
126.725 for FedEx 559. See ya. Cleveland Center, FedEx 559, flight level 370.
FedEx 559, Cleveland Center, roger.
My interaction with ATC has been good up to this point. It's been just handing me off from one center to another. They've been handing me to the right centers, so yeah, it's all been good. So let's contact them now. We're about 34 miles out. Let's contact them now and tell them we're ready for a descent. Cleveland Center, FedEx 559, ready for descent.
FedEx 559, Linktree, runway 06 left, descend to 2,000 feet, altimeter tree 018.
Link 3, runway 06 left, descend to 12,000, altimeter 3018, FedEx 559. Alright, so there you have it. They swapped up our runways on us. So let's go do our arrival. They told us runway 6 left. So we'll take the ILS 6 left. We'll go ahead and select Ulipi. And they told us to expect the Ling 3. And that would be Oxman. And execute. Let's go over to our legs page and check it out. Got to fix this up a bit here. Say 240. And we'll pick 11,000. And we'll go ahead and input that. So now we got a different arrival. Still a Ling 3, but different arrival. And that all looks good. So let's get the aircraft good to go here. He told us to descend to 12,000 or 12,000, but I'm going to go ahead and set our altimeter to 3. I'm going to descend via the Ling 3 arrival so I can meet those requirements. But we'll see how it plays out with ATC. 3,000. Let's get our radio set up. 109.10. 109.10. 109.10. And our course is going to be 057. .057. .057. And as if you noticed, I haven't started my descent to 12,000 like they instructed. All I did was went in and plug in my my arrivals into the FMC. It gave me my new TOD. So let's go ahead and set up our VREF here. There we go. Now we got our VREF. And we can put it back on cruise. 19 miles to our TOD. And then we'll start our descent. I find if I go by the by ATC altitude descent vectoring, I'm not sure that I trust it 100% yet. It's had me diving down to try and meet those requirements, so that's why I'm doing it the way I did it here.
FedEx 559, contact Cleveland Center 132.4.
Cleveland Center on 132.4, FedEx 559, see ya. Cleveland Center, FedEx 559, flight level 370.
FedEx 559, Cleveland Center, roger.
So they did give me my runway at altitude. They also gave me a runway change. But that's to be expected when you're flying with ATC and stuff. Wind directions change and whatnot, so yeah. There's always a good possibility your arrival plans are going to change up. And ours went from runway 15 left to runway 6 right. Six left, I should say. Sorry. That is what I put in the FMC, isn't it? Let me go double check that. Okay, we've started our descent. We'll arm our speed brake. Yeah, I'm not going to cut out or edit the approach and the arrival and the approach. I want you guys to see exactly how this interaction goes with BeyondATC. Let's see what our Toronto ATIS is like.
Instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Victor. Toronto Pearson Airport information, Victor. 1536 Zulu. Wind 160 at 5, visibility 15. Few clouds at 17,000, ceiling 26,000 broken. Temperature 22, dew point 1 tree. Altimeter tree 018. Landing runway 06 left, 24 right, 06 right, 24 left. Departing runway 05, 2 tree 06 left, 24 right, 06 right, 24 left. Transition level 180. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact.
Alright, we got our ATIS. That was much better this time. We got one ATIS this time. So yeah, that was much better. Would have been nice if they gave us runway 23 though. They're using 24 left, 24 right. So but they want to bring us in on 6 left, so 6 left it is. And as you can see, we're right on our descent profile. So more than following ATC instructions, I'm kind of following my aircraft's descent profile. My FMC's descent profile. And kind of trying to follow them at the same time too. And then try and keep it so I'm not dive bombing to try and make my those altitude restrictions and whatnot. You know, you get your descent going too steep, then you're fighting to control your speed, and it's just like, it's just a cluster. So until they can fine tune it a little bit, this is kind of how I do it to prevent that. Because my first few vector descents were not good, to say the least. But I have definitely seen improvements in BeyondATC since its release. Absolutely. Updates have been coming out daily, and when I first used it, I couldn't even request taxi to the FedEx gate at Toronto.
FedEx 559, contact Cleveland Center 125.2. Have a good day.
Over to Cleveland Center on 125.2 for FedEx 559. Good day. Cleveland Center, FedEx 559 descending through flight level 264.
FedEx 559, Cleveland Center, roger.
Now you notice I didn't say for 12,000. I'm descending through flight level 264. And I'll leave it at that. And yeah, I almost forgot. Our ATIS was Information Victor. Kind of a hazy day. But yeah, I'm also really loving this map enhancement. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 map enhancement tool. Yeah. If you're flight simming and you're not using this, my only question is why. It's that good. It makes your sim look that good. It just makes the colors look better. There's more detail in the tiles of the maps. Just yeah, much better. Yeah, kind of over the Lake Ontario here. You can't see much there, but yeah, as we're coming closer, you'll see. Actually, that's not Lake Ontario. I think that's Lake Erie. Lake Ontario's the one up ahead of us there. My FPS are 88 right now. 87, 88 FPS. Got frame gen turned on, in case anybody's wondering. Should be handing us off to Toronto shortly. There's our transition altitude. Let's get our altimeter set. Start getting some things.
FedEx 559, contact Toronto Center 128.275. Take care.
Toronto Center on 128.275. FedEx 559er. Have a good day. Toronto Center, FedEx 559er with information Victor, descending through flight level 173.
FedEx 559, Toronto Center, radar contact.
Hitting some turbulence here. We're getting pushed around pretty good, but you can see the fields down there. If I wasn't running the map enhancement mod, that would all look green. It would all just be, all you would see is like different shades of green, and that's not how it is in real life. This is early spring, you know, the farmers are just starting to plant the fields. They're not all green yet and stuff. That looks definitely more realistic. But you'll see as we're coming up. Yeah, we're getting really pounded here, but that looks great down there. See how good that looks? Just fantastic, man. The detail of the cities and the way they blend into the terrain there, just so much better, man. You can see the plow lines in the farmers' fields. Great. Yeah, if you're not using this mod, you should be.
FedEx 559, contact Toronto approach 128.8.
Toronto approach on 128.8, FedEx 559.
Negative Toronto approach on 128.8.
Toronto approach on 128.8, FedEx 559. Toronto approach, FedEx 559 with information Victor, descending through flight level 143.
FedEx 559 Toronto approach, good day. Altimeter tree 018, expect radar vectors for ILS, runway 06 left.
Good day. Altimeter 3018, expect vectors for ILS 06 left, FedEx 559. Yeah, so far the approach has been good. Everything's, yeah. Besides the beginning there, not getting expected runways with our clearance, forcing us having to do that on our taxi. And then ATC telling me to backtrack 10 at the beginning of the flight there. That was like wonky. Just getting the aircraft set up here. And we got our radio set. 10910, 10910, double check, 10910, yes, yes, we're good there. We're good there. We got the course set, auto brake set.
FedEx 559, descend to 8,000 feet, altimeter tree 018.
Descend to 8,000 feet, altimeter 3018, FedEx 559. So that was good, right as I was coming up on 12,000. So I kind of followed their instructions and I kind of went by my own descent profile. But I don't know, I seem to be way up on the descent profile. Seem to be high. I just went and took us off VNAV, put us on vertical speed. Yeah, terrain looks great with this mod, just great. I'm stunned. I've seen others talk about this mod before, but I thought it was only for Google Maps, and I'm just stunned at how good it gives you the latest Bing Maps. I could go to Google if I wanted. You got the option of all the a bunch of different ones to choose from. But you can see right here, you can see the field on our 12 o'clock, and it blends in. It looks proper, like you would see it in a real airplane. It doesn't look like
FedEx 559, descend to 6,500 feet.
Descending to 6,500, FedEx 559. Gonna slow our speed down a bit here. Like, look at the scenery below. I'm sorry I keep pointing that out. I'm just stunned at how well this mod works. If I don't get knocked out of the sky here by turbulence. You can just see how much more detailed the mapping looks. Yeah, we're really getting pounded here. And it's not even like the winds are that strong. They're not. Less than 10 knots. Just variable, changing. This is my home, my hometown. I've flown real aircraft over this city, and that's what it really looks like. Oh, look at that. That's not good. This is that SU-15. You know, that's what we're dealing with here. You know, the winds don't knock your aircraft like that. 7-knot winds, even if they're changing directions, right? So got a little bit of nonsense going on with the sim too. Look, it can't even maintain its course at we'll see. We'll see. Keep plugging along here. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the sim. That's not even weather or anything like that. It's gonna knock a plane like this around like that. 10-knot winds. Alright, getting ready to expect my vectors shortly. While we deal with Microsoft Flight Simulator's unrealistic turbulence here and flight dynamics. But the scenery mapping looks great, man. I hope Flight Simulator 2024 models the wind much better, so we're not dealing with ridiculous nonsense like what we are now. But yeah, what a difference in the Bing maps. Wow.
FedEx 559, leave Loran heading 235. Expect radar vectors for ILS, runway 06 left.
Leave Loran heading 235. Expect radar vectors for ILS 6 left. FedEx 559. Yeah, that turbulence is that's ridiculous. 5-knot turbulence is gonna it's gonna turn over a 737, right?
FedEx 559, turn right, heading tree 15, vectors for the approach.
Turn right, heading vectors 315, vectors for the approach, FedEx 559. Like, look at those fields down there. They're plowed and everything. You can see the plow marks.
FedEx 559, 19er miles from Fayol, turn right, heading 015. Maintain 3,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 06 left.
Turn right 015, maintain 3000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS 06 left, FedEx 559. Like, look at those fields down there. They just look great. The color, it just, oh, the new mapping. I'm just stunned by it. I'm definitely going to do a video on that. Activate our approach. Yeah, this is totally unrealistic, this wind and this, what's going on here with this flight modeling here. We got the localizer if the aircraft can even stay on it. You know, and the terrain is all flat and everything. There should be, yeah. I'm more upset with Flight Sim right now than I am with BeyondATC. Any bugs in BeyondATC. Okay, let's see. Think we can pull off auto land on this one? I don't see our glide slope anymore. Got our glide slope back. I was saying we lost our glide slope. Getting the aircraft slowed down here. One notch of flaps in there. Spoilers are armed. Let's see if we can stay on the approach here. Is my phone ringing? I got no time to answer the phone right now. Alright.
FedEx 559, contact Toronto Tower 118.7.
Toronto Tower on 118.7, FedEx 559. Toronto Tower, FedEx 559 on the approach for runway 06 left with information Victor.
FedEx 559, Toronto Tower, wind 160 at 5, runway 06 left, cleared to land.
Runway 06 left, clear to land, FedEx 559. Well, this has been a bumpy approach to say the least. They bringing me in with a tailwind. It's ridiculous. If I have to land with this tailwind, I'm not going to be happy with ATC. When they're using runway 24 right and 24 left. Let's drop our gears down. Let's drop some more flaps here. Let's get this bird slowed down. And so we'll go full flaps. Yeah, it just drives me nuts that that's going to be the biggest con for me. It's this inability to sync BeyondATC up with Navigraph. Navigraph charts is the icing on the cake for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you know, without Navigraph charts, it's like a cake without icing. It's like just a cakey looking cake. And syncing up the proper data, like the right data that, and most guys that are flying ILS are using Navigraph charts, and BeyondATC works prominently with ILS right now, but it's not letting us sync up with the prominent navigation data, and that's an issue. So yeah, they brought us in with a crosswind, cross/tailwind when they didn't have to. Could have had a total headwind.
10.
And the auto land almost crashes the plane. Yeah, so I'm more upset with the flight sim on this flight than I am BeyondATC, that's for sure. This was nonsense. And
FedEx 559, exit left at Delta 5.
exit left, Delta 5, FedEx 559.
FedEx 559, contact ground 136.525.
Over to ground on 136.525, FedEx 559. Yeah, so that was kind of screwed up there. More issues with the flight sim than we did BeyondATC, I think. But I don't know why BeyondATC brought me around to that runway anyways. Like, that made no sense either. So I digress. But hey, now let's see how they do when it comes to taxiing to the ramp. They could have put me on runway 23, would have put me right next to the FedEx ramp. That would have been nice. Well. It is what it is. Toronto ground, FedEx 559, request taxi to the ramp.
FedEx 559, welcome to Toronto Pearson Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Okay, let's see if I can find the parking. I want 604. Oh, I found cargo 604. Let's ask for it, see what we get.
Request cargo 604, FedEx 559.
FedEx 559, cargo 604 taxi via Delta 5, Charlie Delta Victor, Mike 1. Hold short runway 15 right.
Cargo 604 taxi via Delta 5, Charlie Delta Victor, Mike 1, hold short runway 15 right, FedEx 559. Alright, got a taxi clear across the airport because that's how they brought us in. So let's go check it out and see what we got going on here with our taxi instructions via BeyondATC. Okay, you can see we're over here on Delta 5. So Delta 5 to Charlie, which is our first left right here. So they want us to hang a left. Charlie to Delta. Where's Delta? It's Delta right here. Delta to Victor. So Charlie, Delta, right here. Delta to Victor, which is right here. Mike. Where's Mike? Okay, where are they taking us? Charlie. Charlie. Oh, Charlie Delta right down here. Okay, it's not, our charts aren't matching up. So the information they're giving me is not syncing up with my charts. So they told us to hold short right here. He's got me Victor. Victor is right here. Right, so we're going to be taxiing here to Delta. Charlie to Delta, which is Delta 4. Yeah, so our maps aren't syncing up. And then Mike 1, where's Mike? Yeah, there is no even Mike, right? Are they talking Foxtrot? Let's see if there's another way they want to send us. Delta, you know, Victor is right here. Delta runs parallel to Victor. So, yeah. So there you go. There's the information that we got. Yeah. Totally. That's that's what I was talking about just a second ago when I was talking about Navigraph charts and BeyondATC not being able to sync up with Navigraph charts, because until we can do stuff like that for those of us who are using Navigraph charts, we're getting useless information. So they don't want to incorporate Navigraph charts because not everybody has Navigraph charts. But for those of us who do have Navigraph charts, we're getting useless information. Useless data. The data is not syncing up with our thing. Like at the beginning, it wouldn't even see cargo ramp 604. I couldn't even get to that. Right. Let me stop here and bring up my my airport map here and keep track of where I'm going. That drives me nuts too. See, bugs and everything. Bugs, 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 and more bugs. Oh, come on. If you're watching PMDG, can you please fix this tablet bug? So we're making our own way to runway 15 right there, because their instructions just don't make sense. That's Pearson's de-icing ramp right over there. BeyondATC giving us a bad choice of runway there. But I haven't heard anything else from ATC about the way I'm taxiing. Or I just can't read their map. Or read a map, I mean. Not their map, a map. Yeah, it's not that I can't read the map, it's that the data is different. BeyondATC's data is different than the data I have here. And this is a Fly Tampa Payware Airport, by the way. That's the FedEx facility down there. Right here. If they would have let me land on runway 23, which runs right here, I would have been right beside it. In real life, a FedEx aircraft coming into Pearson, the controller would have known that. And he probably would have steered them over that direction. Unless he didn't like the pilots and wanted to make them taxi clear across the airport. Like this controller just did to me. Okay. Toronto ground, FedEx 559. Waiting to cross runway 15 right.
FedEx 559, cross runway 15 right at Mike 1. Continue taxi via hotel, hold short runway 23.
Cross runway 15 right at Mike 1. Continue taxi via hotel. Hold short runway 23. FedEx 559. Just want to take a look. Now see, there's no Mike 1. There's no Mike 1 up here. This is Juliet up here. Right? This is hotel. I'm on Foxtrot at thing. This is Foxtrot 4. So Mike 1 doesn't even exist. And Victor goes off in some other weird way. So we are going to ignore that. We're going to cross 15 right. We're going to ignore Mike 1. We're going to cross 15 right at hotel. And we're going to continue on hotel and hold short on runway 23. Which is not actually runway 23 because it's runway 05, because runway 23 is on the other end of 05. So they should be telling me to hold short runway 05. I'm just gonna look at something here. Yeah, nah. No, it's not me. It's them. So basically, their taxi instructions are sending me to the end of runway 05, and then they tell me to hold short runway 23. So it's stuff like that that's got to be cleaned up. The data thing, I don't know what we're going to be doing with that. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about that. I just think if you're using Navigraph charts for your ILS flights, which most people are, then yeah, you're going to be screwed when it comes to data. But I digress. We'll see. I have no idea how that works out. But I'm just telling you from what I've seen right now, and have just shown you firsthand to be the case. Then yeah, I don't know how you're going to get around that. But we will see. That's what this series is for, to follow the evolution of BeyondATC. And see exactly how they do get around that. Toronto ground, FedEx 559, holding short, runway 23, ready to cross.
FedEx 559, cross runway 23 at hotel. Continue taxi via Hotel Juliet, Juliet Delta.
Cross runway 23 at hotel, continue taxi via Hotel Juliet, Juliet Delta, FedEx 559. The very last part of the instructions, this part here, is correct. Continue hotel. This is Juliet here. And Juliet Delta is where we turn into the FedEx ramp. So this is Juliet that we're on. And that's Juliet Delta up there ahead of us. And that's FedEx up there on our left. Well, yeah, the ending part here is a little bit long, dragged out, but just wanted to give you guys a look and a see of what we got going on here, and how BeyondATC is at its early stages here, early access. Alright, there we have it, folks. Gate to gate. We saw the issues we had with BeyondATC here. And yeah, now we'll just we'll continue to track it and see how we do, and see how these issues progress. Okay, so we'll leave it there for this video, the first in the series, and we'll see how we do on our next one, if it goes any better. So as always, stay safe, my friends, and remember, keep the blue side up. We'll talk to you in the next video. Later.